Question: have you ever been told, happy wife, happy life, and felt that strange mix of humor and discomfort, like someone just handed you a joke that hides a warning? You might have laughed along. Maybe you even repeated it to others, thinking it was harmless wisdom, a lighthearted truth about keeping the peace at home. But if you've ever actually lived by it, you know something far more dangerous hides beneath the smile. That phrase isn't a roadmap to harmony. It's a slow prescription for losing yourself. It's not advice, it's surrender. And the price you pay for following it is far higher than you think. It doesn't start with some big dramatic moment. No one hands you a set of chains. It begins quietly. You skip the gym because she's in a bad mood. You change plans you were looking forward to because she wanted something different. You stop talking about your goals because every time you do, she rolls her eyes or changes the subject. And you tell yourself, it's fine. It's just easier this way. But here's what's really happening. Little by little, you're shrinking. Each compromise feels small, but they stack up. And over time, those small moments become your whole life. Let me tell you a story. A man I knew, let's call him Daniel, used to be unstoppable. Ambitious, full of energy, the kind of man who walked into a room and changed the air. He met a woman he loved, and he wanted to make her happy. At first, it was small, giving her the better seat at the restaurant, skipping poker night to be with her. Then, it was bigger, shelving his dream of starting a business because it wasn't the right time for her. Years passed, and one day he looked in the mirror and didn't recognize himself. The confident man was gone, replaced by someone careful, hesitant, waiting for permission to live. And here's the punch in the gut. She left him anyway. Why? Because she couldn't respect the man he had become. Have you ever done that? Have you ever swallowed your truth just to avoid an argument, only to feel it burning in your chest later? That's not maturity. That's slow suicide for your identity. Every time you choose silence over honesty, you teach her and yourself that your voice, your vision, and your needs don't matter. And here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. No woman can truly love a man she doesn't respect. And no woman can respect a man who has erased himself. The Stoics understood this long before we were even born. Marcus Aurelius didn't write about keeping everyone happy. He wrote about keeping yourself in harmony with your principles. Epictetus taught that a man who lets others dictate his actions is a slave, no matter how free he looks. Real peace isn't about avoiding storms. It's about being the man who stands unmoved while the wind and rain beat against him. That doesn't mean you're cold or cruel. It means you're grounded. You have a mission, a standard, and a way of living that no mood, no argument, and no person can pull you away from. When you build yourself like that, something shifts in the way people see you, and in the way you see yourself. She stops testing your boundaries because she knows where they are. She stops doubting you because she can see you know where you're going. And here's the paradox. When you stop living to please her, when you start living to fulfill your mission, that's when she's most likely to actually respect and admire you. Not because you're serving her happiness on a silver platter, but because you've given her something far more valuable, a man worth following. And if she leaves? If she walks away because you refuse to shrink for her comfort, let her go, because she was never in love with the real you, only the version she could control. Losing someone like that isn't a loss. It's freedom. It's a chance to return to yourself, to rebuild what you've abandoned and to step forward without the weight of someone else's expectations chained to your back. Most men think love means giving everything and asking for nothing. But that's not love. That's surrender. The moment you start erasing yourself to make someone else comfortable, you've already lost the relationship. Every compromise that chips away at who you. So here's my challenge to you. Stop living for happy wife, happy life. Stop playing small to keep the peace. Start leading yourself. Because a man who can lead himself will never have to beg anyone to stay. Because a man who can lead himself will never have to beg anyone to stay. The world has enough men who bend, enough men who break. Be the one who stands when it would be easier to kneel. Now tell me, have you ever given up pieces of yourself just to keep a relationship from falling apart? Share your story in the comments. And if you're serious about building something real, something no one can take from you, type build right now. And if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe.